Tome Travelers. I am your guide, Erica. Today, or tonight, really, we're doing my January TBR. So first is this one, Being Mortal by Atal Gawande. I talked about this in my December book haul. And I'm buddy reading this with my mom. So it could take longer than January, but that's okay. We're taking our time. So, I may not get done. But that's okay. I'm being more relaxed with that one. Next one is One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus. So, if you don't know what this is about, pay close attention, and you might solve this. A Monday afternoon, 5 students at Bayview High walk into detention. Bronwyn, the brain, is yellbound and never breaks a rule. Addie, the beauty, is the picture-perfect homecoming princess. Nate, the criminal, reminds me of Uncharted, is already on probation for dealing. Cooper, the athlete, is the all-star baseball pitcher. And Simon, the outcast, is the creator of Bayview High's notorious gossip app. Only Simon never makes it out of that classroom. Before the end of detention, Simon's dead. And according to investigators, his death wasn't an accident. On Monday he died, but on Tuesday he planned to post juicy reveals about all 4 of his high-profile classmates, which makes all 4 of them suspects in his murder. Or are they just the perfect patsies for a killer who's still on the loose? Everyone has secrets, right? What really matters is how far you would go to protect them. So this sounds interesting. I also have the sequel, so that might be in February if I read the sequel. But I'm going to read this one in January. I'm doing the Buzzwordathon. Here, look. It's in my planner. Ooh, can you read all that? Ooh, close up. So, and if you can read backwards. Sorry. It's just the way my tablet is. One of my goals is to work on my camera. See why it screwed up. So, haven't had time. So, for January, the word is dream. So, I'm going to read Where Dreams Descend once that book gets its butt in here, which should be tomorrow. Also, I am taking my time. This is just a read that I started in December, so I will probably continue it for as long as it takes me. Sorry, I'm itching my hand. 1,000 Naked Strangers, A Paramedic's Wild Ride to the Edge and Back by Kevin Hazard. And yes, I read that looking at that. I was reading backwards. So if you heard me hesitate, and last but not least, one of my goals for 2021 is to read at least 12 books or more that have been sitting on my shelf since I started Book of the Month. I've only read, well, technically, 2. I read Final Girls this year, and there was a book that I DNF'd a long time ago. And I have had books since 2016, pile, and then I have extra books because of birthday and all that. And I'm getting an extra book coming in the mail with my Book of the Month. So, I have this cute little sack. To be an Irish sack, you have put the gold. And look. Oops, they're falling out. So, I'm going to mix it up and pick one. I don't even have the top. It's really the bottom. Alright, let's pick one. Let's pick this one. I hope it's not what I think it is because that's a long-ass book. If you can read that. A Woman is No Man by Etaf Rum. That will be my January pick. So that, once I get that in there, is my TBR. I am going to try to have as much of a relaxed because I'm a mood reader, year of reading. That way I get more reading done. I know a lot I do like to stick to my TBR. And I know there are other books that I definitely want to get to. Like, I gotta watch the movie Frozen. I have to sit down and watch the movie Frozen before I can read. And now that I covered it, Conceal, Don't Feel by Jen Kalanita, Twisted Tale and Frozen. Because after that, I think it's Cinderella's Twisted Tale, then Peter Pan, and I think it goes to Alice, which is on birthday, and then the new one comes out, April the new one comes out. Go the Distance, which has Megara from Hercules. Oop, I want this book over here. So, and there are other books I really, really want to get to now that I have in my possession, like Finishing the Day of a Trilogy by S.A. Chakrabarty. I now have the house. Well, I have plans for the House in the Cerulean Sea. If you really want to know my Buzzwordathon, I'm looking at the time. See how much time I can do. It's right near the end of this. That's something else. Okay, for my Buzzwordathon, I do have Storygraph, but I'm not going to link it just yet. But for Buzzwordathon, of course, January is Dream. I'm going to read Where Dreams Descend. In February it's this book with a color in the title, Black Sun. 3 is Time. The only one that I really kind of have for that is The Timekeeper by Mitch Albom. That'll be good because if I don't like that book, as I get into an accent, that'll be one I can get off my shelf for good. And just space-related words. I have The Loneliest Girl in the Universe. I've been meaning to get to that for a while. House or Home, which is May, The House in the Cerulean Sea. I have to wait till May to read that. Name or title. Name meaning like your first name, which would be like a book that starts with my name, Erica. Or title being Mr., Queen, King, Prince, Princess, Principessa, President, I don't know, Mr. President. So I picked Fable by Adriana Young. July is The Word Last, so there's a Riley Sager book, The Last Time I Lied. This will get me to my Rileys. 8 is Time of Day, which could be anything. I'm picking The Dinner List. Dinner is a time because there's lunchtime, there's breakfast time, there's dinner time, right? So, The Dinner List. I'm looking right at that. Number 9 is Dark. Home Before Dark, Riley Sager. So in October we have Elements. I probably have more than just whatever, but this will get another book if I don't like it off my physical TBR. It's Into the Water by Paula Hawkins. Another one for November is The Word Lost. I don't have any words with lost. So the only one I have is Lost Boy, Lost Girl. I do have another one, but I didn't want to read that one. I wasn't ready for that. So Lost Boy, Lost Girl by Peter Straub. Sounds interesting, but it's been a long time. So another one, if it's mediocre or I'm like, If I really like it, it can stay. Of course, December for 2021. It's either day, month, or season. I kind of did season differently. It's called Fate of the Fallen. Get it? Fall. In. Yeah. But I'm also trying to use, some of these are from my book of the month that I got. So that way, if I pick it from here, and it's already on a list, I can just take it out and be like, haha, I already read this, or I'm going to read this, so I can pick something else. So cool. I know I have to see A Woman Is No Man. I've heard that is a good book. So, yeah. Or else I wouldn't have picked it. Like in December. Like this December, I skipped. But January, I kind of made up for it. Because I've had The Vanishing Half on my list. So now I'm going to have The Vanishing Half come to me for free. Haha. And then I picked one about... Shit. I only have 8 minutes. If I can find it real quick. Get out of there. I have the app for Book of the Month. Oh, that was my dog Josie, by the way. I took my kids off my phone for a minute. I picked The Removed by Brandon Hobson. Oh, look at it. And it's a contemporary fiction. It's an early release. The review for this by Alexandra Chang, author of Days of Distraction. She says, why I love it. One of my favorite reading experiences is the feeling of spending time with characters who speak to me as friends, as family, as intimates. Brandon Hobson has created a beautiful novel about a Cherokee family and their ancestors that does just that. These characters' voices are so alive, with their particular struggles, fears, hurts, and hopes, that each stayed with me long after reading the last page. The Okota family has lost middle child Ray Ray to a police shooting. The novel follows the family 15 years later, as each member continues to reckon with the tragedy and the grief that ensues. Ray Ray's mother, Maria, is searching for strength to survive and to forgive and to manage another loss. Her husband, Ernest's memory to Alzheimer's. The youngest son, Edgar, turns to drugs and finds himself in a world between life and death. And Sonia, the oldest daughter, becomes entwined with a younger man connected with her family's past. We hear, too, from Sala, an ancestor who tells us stories from Cherokee myth and history, blurring the boundaries between the physical and spiritual worlds. I got too close to the camera. Brandon Hobson writes with incredible emotional precision, intimacy, and wisdom. Yes, The Removed is a book about loss, but it is also a book about the powers of hope and healing and home. I fell in love with the Okata family, and I'm sure you will too. I love, I'm very connected to the Native American culture. I have loved it since I was a child. I mean, like, really, really young. I think one of the first few books that I picked up that I can't find in their yellow paperbacks had to do with different cultures. And mythology, like Greek, African, Native American, Asian, Egyptian. That's African. Maybe Middle Eastern. I don't know. But I loved it, and these people and how they've been treated and everything. I don't know why. I just feel connected. So that really interested me. And that's probably going to be a hard hitter, too. So there you have it. There's my January TBR. You saw my Buzzwordathon. So I hope you are having a good day, evening, night, whatever. I will see you soon in the next one. And be safe, be healthy. Know that you are blessed. And know that you are loved no matter what. Okay? Bye.